In winter of 2022, in a hideout in St Barts, Rupert Murdoch directed immediate anger at Donald Trump, who he thought would lose the 2024 Republican presidential primary to Ron DeSantis, but whom media mogul said would likely cost him $50 million through a lawsuit over Trump's lies about the 2020 election. This deal, which was finalized this April, cost Murdoch much more than he expected, $787.5 million to be exact. Wolff's new book was announced with fanfare last month. It will be released in the U.S. next Tuesday. The Guardian obtained a copy. Murdoch's hand suddenly hit the table, striking it hard and shaking it. Wolff writes in the book, "This may seem like sudden anger towards his wife. But no. It was directed somewhere else. Apparently Trump has it." There were sounds here, almost under his breath, making his jaw clench. Murdoch was as passionate in his disgust with Trump as any desperate liberal. According to Wolff, Hall said Murdoch should do something about Trump. Only for a friend to say, but he can't. Wolff writes, "Money. This case could cost us $50 million. Murdoch said quietly but clearly. Dominion sued for $1.6 billion but settled for $787.5 million. Terms of the agreement were not disclosed. Rupert Murdoch and his then husband Jerry Hall in 2019. Danny Moloshok Murdoch's reported prediction that DeSantis would win the Republican presidential nomination to get the evangelical vote in Iowa because he would come forward about Trump-funded abortions now looks equally unreliable. Trump has long avoided questions about whether he, the leader of an anti-abortion party, has had previous sexual partners who have had abortions. The Republican lead unassailable. He is ahead by large margins national and key state polls. And he reportedly planning to attack DeSantis in the first-to-vote state, Iowa. An attempt to end his campaign of destruction. Wolff, once a Guardian columnist, rose to global fame. 3 tell-all books about the Trump presidency, starting with Fire and Fury in January 2018 and ending Landslide in 2021. But he is also author of The Man Who Owned the News: Inside Secret World of Rupert Murdoch. Now, in the introduction to The Fall, he says that he may be the journalist who knows Murdoch best. Not in his own line of work. Wolff writes his new volume is based on conversations given specifically for this book, others that took place over many years, and on-scenes events I personally witnessed or recreated with the help of participants. Quote, "The scene at St Barts is described in terms that seem to point to sources among those present." HarperCollins. Wolff writes in the book The USA by Henry Holt, describing the tension between Hall and Murdoch, in a marriage that is set to end in August 2022. Wolff says Murdoch was sitting at the patio table, with a few of his friends. Actually his wife's friends. Wolff writes that Murdoch looked like he had just gotten off the phone in cont.